In May 1991, Disneyland announced a $3 billion expansion plan that would become the Disneyland Resort. The resort would add 2 new parking structures to replace the parking lot being used for a new theme park, the Disneyland Plaza, a shopping and dining district called Disneyland Center, and a 5,000-seat amphitheatre. The Disneyland Hotel would become the centre of a new hotel district, adding 3 new hotels, including the new Disneyland Hotel, based on San Diego's Hotel de Coronado, a Santa Monica Spanish-inspired hotel, known as the Magic Kingdom Hotel, and the 1,800-room Westcot Lake Resort, surrounding a 6-acre lake. The piece de resistance of the expansion plot was Westcot Center, a second theme park to be located on Disneyland's former parking lot. But what was supposed to be in the second theme park? This is the Distory of the cancelled Westcot.
And in California, planning continues on the Disneyland Resort, a master-planned community of parks, hotels, and shops. The highlight of the new Disney Resort will be Westcot Center, where guests will experience firsthand the excitement of the future and the history of people and cultures from around the world. At Westcot Center, families will be able to live inside the park, staying in uniquely themed resort hotels.
Let's explore what attractions Westcot would have featured. The original 1991 Westcot announcement claimed that the icon for the park was originally supposed to be Space Station Earth. A 300-foot golden geodesic sphere, Space Station Earth was to be a replica of Epcot's Spaceship Earth, with a hub area known as Ventureport located underneath the sphere. By 1994, Space Station Earth had already been removed from the plans, as, according to Imagineer Tony Baxter, it looked terrible when viewed from Main Street USA, and it would have been an eyesore. In its place would have been a large spire surrounded by waterfalls, acting as the main gateway to the Future World section of Westcot. Future World would have been split into 3 sections. Nature would have been a combination of the land and the living seas pavilions at Epcot, where guests could walk through different biomes like a desert, the Arctic, a jungle, and underwater. Living would have been a combination of Epcot's Wonders of Life pavilion and Journey into Imagination. Science would have been a brand new pavilion featuring interactive exhibits. The main attraction in Science would have been an attraction called Cosmic Journeys, similar to Disneyland's Adventure through Inner Space, but taking you on a journey through the universe rather than a snowflake. Instead of Epcot's World Showcase, Westcot was to receive the 4 corners of the world, due to the lack of space Westcot had compared to Epcot. The Americas corner would be located towards the entrance to the park, themed to the 1876 Centennial Fair in Philadelphia, and featuring an updated version of Epcot's American Adventure animatronic show. The Canada section would have a Native American show, similar to Not Berry's Farm's Mystery Lodge, and an area inspired by Mexico and South America would feature an all-day fiesta inside a show building and a mystic show about the legends of South America. The Europe corner was to be bordered by a large in-park hotel, which would be themed to Germany, Italy, France, and the United Kingdom, designed to block the view of the outside world from within the park. In terms of attractions, as many children thought Epcot was boring and only featured films, travel information and shopping, Europe would have included a version of Tivoli Gardens, reviving plans for a cancelled Denmark pavilion. Similarly, a Russia pavilion was being worked on for Epcot in the early 1990s, so the plan was to add the Bells of Russia, an animatronic show about Russia's history that was already designed for Epcot, to Westcot. Finally, Europe was to receive a clone of Disneyland Paris's Timekeeper show, a Circle Vision 360 film about the dawn of Europe and the Renaissance. The Asia corner of the park was to include a Southeast Asian-inspired carousel with mythic Asian animals, a Japanese show similar to the cancelled Epcot Meet the World show, and an Indian-style palace hotel. The main attraction for Asia would have been Ride the Dragon, a Chinese festive dragon roller coaster where silks would come down over the vehicle to stop guests from seeing outside of a park, whilst also keeping the noise in. As the Westcot project evolved into Disney California Adventure, Ride the Dragon would become California Screaming, with the screen tubes blocking out the noise. The final corner would be Africa and the Middle East, which was the most underdeveloped land for Westcot. When Westcot was set to open, Africa would have featured a Zambezi River cruise, a storyteller tree telling stories about African heritage, and the Tishman African Art Exhibition. As part of Phase 2, Africa would add an Egyptian palace hotel and a show called The Three Great Religions of the World, about the creation story. Americas, Africa, and the Middle East, Asia, Europe, science, nature, and living would have formed the 7 wonders of Westcot. All 4 corners of the world and future world would have been connected by an attraction called World Cruise. It would take 45 minutes to complete a full loop around the park, with 9-minute show scenes between stops based on scenes found within Epcot's spaceship Earth. On January 31st, 1995, Disney officially cancelled the Disneyland expansion project and Westcot Center. In order to create the new parking structures, Disney would have had to purchase 6 parcels of land, but the 1991 announcement of Westcot made the land prices increase in the area. At the same time, Disney was suffering from a financial loss at the newly opened Euro Disney Resort, so was looking for ways to save money. A $3 billion resort expansion became unfeasible for Disney by 1995, and Westcot was cancelled. However, Disney did promise that they would still build a smaller second gate in order to appease Anaheim locals, who were looking forward to the new tourism. A year later, Disney announced its new plans for its second gate, Disney California Adventure, now a $1.4 billion project. Westcot had become a cancelled Disney theme park. So would you have preferred to see Westcot, or are you happy with Disney California Adventure? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you want to see next on the Distory channel.